All right, YouTube posse, it's been one of those days, man. Been working for 4 hours, well, 3 hours on a gate. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. I hope it's going to be beautiful anyway. I don't really know yet because it's dark, man. 7:13 in the morning and it's still dark. But I know by, say, 7:45 it'll be pretty good light because we've started cutting some at 6:45, which is now the new 7:45, you know. But anyway, these days will start getting longer soon enough. But I got about a good solid 15-minute drive to the job anyway. So I think I'm going to head on over that way. Working solo today. Z-Man sent me a message last night. He's sick at his stomach. So I guess you know the night before how you gonna feel the next day. I guess, you know, should be a doctor. Now it was late last night when he sent me the message. It was probably already 10:30, 11 o'clock. So, and there is a bug going around. There's a lot of people sick, so he probably done got a little bug. Hopefully, you know, he'll be over it in a couple of days. He was on the way to getting a good check too, man. He had 32 hours last week, a little over 32. So he was going to have his first, like, real check, you know. But anyway, he's gonna mess that up a little bit today. So that's what it is, though. That's part of life. Does he have sick hours? No, he ain't got no sick hours. He got a free fishing trip. That fishing made him sick. Anyway, let me get off this thing, get headed to the job, check back with y'all. All right, YouTube posse, it's been one of those days, man. Been working for 4 hours, well, 3 hours on a gate. I bought some gate, just some metal gates to put up, supports basically. And the problem is, I thought when I read it, it was in swing or out swing. But they're set up to be an in swing, and I need an out swing on this fence. I couldn't figure out any way to make an in swing work. An in swing would be okay, but I couldn't figure out any way to make the kit that they gave me work. I mean, I put that thing on like 4 different ways, and unless I'm missing something. So I went to Ace. I made it an out swing, and it says on there you can make it an out swing in the instructions, but the problem is when it goes to open, it leaves I have to leave a big gap between the pickets on the gate and the fence in order for it to open. So anyway, I went and bought these heavy duty black hinges. I should have just went and done that this morning instead of messing around with that, I guess. But it ain't got much instructions with it, and those weren't. I mean, I paid about $400 for them 3 gates. But I said, you know what? I'm fixing to go get me some gates. I done wasted enough time on this, and it still ain't working right. But that's the main thing. Z-Man isn't here today, so I figured I would go ahead and do that tedious stuff that I'm gonna have to mess around with and figure out, because he really hadn't got to the point that I feel confident turning him loose on just running pickets. And you know, especially since we have to cut them all. And some of these pickets, I mean, some of them are really nice. You just slap them up there, they look great. But then about half of them, you got to kind of work with them, and you got to use judgment. And he's just not done enough of this kind of stuff to for me to trust his judgment. I guess I put it that way. And if I'm on the other side and he's done run a 20-foot section and there's something in there I don't like, you know, now here we go. We got to, you know, start taking stuff back down. So, anyway, it is what it is. But I'm definitely not going to make the progress today that I thought I was going to be able to make because of that gate situation. And I've never used these gates before. In fact, out of all the fences I've built in recent history, I've never had to put gates in them. They've just been a straight run, dividing the property, you know. So anyway, just it's a learning curve when you start doing that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning. And but I thought those gates were just going to be so much simpler than that. But anyway, that's why I spent the money to buy them instead of building my own gates. And when you build your own gates too, that wood, it dries out, and this, that, and the other. You have to worry about them starting to sag and not being aligned anymore. It's just a better quality product when you put a gate on it, a metal frame, and then put the wood on it. So you know, I don't want the customer in 6 months to go out there and now the gate won't open, you know. Which I go fix it, but it's still, you don't want, you know, you don't want to do that kind of work. So anyway, it's all good. So today, that's mainly what I'm focused on today is just figuring out how to get. And this is just a single gate I'm working on. My goodness, when I get to this double gate, of course, I'm learning some stuff on the single that hopefully is going to help me on the double. So, I definitely want to get those 2 gates done today. And then, and that was the other thing with the end swing. I could have made the end swing work, but where we put the double gate at that you have to drive in, the ground inside is higher, and there's that well and all that stuff in there, and I just didn't want to have to go in there and start excavating dirt out of there in order for the gates to work. And so I was like, nah, man, I better figure out how to get these on the outside. I actually had the one inset and had it where I could have made it work. And then I went and looked at the other side, and I was like, there's no way that's going to work over here. So I was like, I'm not going to do 2 of them different ways. So anyway, try to get it done right. So I'll be back there in a little bit, and I'll try to show y'all the progress that I've made, or the progress that I hadn't made, however you want to look at that. All right, I got this side up and done. It's after 1 o'clock now. I didn't really like how I had to notch this, but I wanted it where you could open it from either side. And really the reason I had to notch it more than anything was to be able to put a lock in it. So, but once you get that built, it's a nice strong gate. I may put another 2x4 across here because I messed up. I had it for an end swing, and this was on the back side where the wood was. And then when I swapped it around, I did that. So anyway, not the best look. So, but she works. We got that side blocked in. I'm about to get the other 2 gates out and go ahead and build them. I'm definitely going to get them built and set today. Biggest thing I want to do today is try to get this area finished. And then all we'll have left is just running pickets. And, you know, running the pickets is other than having to get all of our stuff over there, we'll set up our sawhorses probably over there on that side and cut and do everything over there, which means we'll have to tote all the pickets from here to around there. But again, if I got Z-Man, he'll keep the sawhorse loaded down. I'll cut them and pin them up, and he comes back and puts all the screws in. So if I can get this part done today, and I think these gates will go a lot faster than the others did, because now I kind of know what I'm gonna have to do to make them work, I think. So hopefully we can get it going. So I'm gonna get everything over here, get it set up, and get to work. All right, there we go. Man, what a day. What a day it's been. Don't look too bad. I got it wedged shut right now, but anyway, not too bad, not too bad. The hard part now is out of the way. I'm gonna get a different lock for that because I'm not gonna try to use what I had. Somebody got a two-stroke going over here, man. Got a dirt bike out. That's what it sounds like. Might come flying out here in a minute. I don't see it take off. Love a two-stroke, man. Old dirt bike, you know. Oh, that's a four-wheeler. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, man, got a quad. Anyway, I'm fixing to clean all this junk up, put everything up. I may work some more today. It is already 4:30. So I don't know if I will or not, but I'm going to clean everything up, and then if I decide to go run some more, I can do that. So that's what we got going. All right, last look for today. Nice. There we go, all the way to the corner. So all I got left right there is I figure, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 56 feet, and probably another 6 feet right there. So about 62, 65 feet. Yep, almost there, man. That right there, I could probably run that in a few hours by myself. So tomorrow shouldn't be any issue getting everything finished up, you know, as long as the weather cooperates. And really and truly, now those gates there, I did those 2 gates in less time than I did the 1 gate. Once I figured out what I was gonna have to do to make it work. And I mean, they're fine for what I'm doing. I'm still not, like, I'm not super happy with them. If I do another fence, I'm gonna do a little more research. Although now that I figured these out, you kind of hate to go to something else. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see. So let me get this thing backed up, turn around, get on the road. It is 5:54. I know one thing, I don't need this long sleeve shirt I got on right now. I may get done with that fence before them guys get done with that roof. They had been working on that a week before I started the fence. Just 2 guys, I think. They're having to put ladders up there. That thing's pretty steep. Also, just kind of FYI, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Last year I put videos out a day behind, and I may do that this year. I don't know, because by the time I get home and get everything, when the time changes like this, a lot of times I don't come in the house till dark. So, you know, these videos could start coming out at 8, 9 o'clock at night. So for those of you that look for them, you might be getting them a little later, or you may be getting them a day late. I may just, at some point, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and probably put this one up tonight. But what happens is, a lot of times when I get home You know, me and my wife might run grab something to eat, and, you know, it may be 8:30, 9 o'clock when I get back home. And then if I get it uploaded and all that, you know, it'll be 9:30, 10 o'clock before the video goes up. So we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, for the 8 people that care, I thought I would mention it, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. I'm sure I've made it long enough. So I appreciate y'all watching today. And my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.